And our reporter Priyanka Dutt got the chance to meet one such legend, Shekhar Kapur, a Golden Globe-winning director who's made international films such as Elizabeth and the Four Feathers, along with Bollywood hits like Mr. India and Bandit Queen.
Well, Priyanka started by asking him about being a jury member at DIFF and about the quality of films he'd seen this year.
No, the quality is great, and the better the quality, the more responsible the job, and then the more careful you have to be. So I'm the chairman of the jury, so I have to be. I also have to be a politician to make sure that everybody gets their say, everybody's ideas come in, because otherwise, you know, there's very little difference between prejudice and judgment. Your prejudices can kick in, and because you have 5 members of the jury, I hold the veto, I just have to make sure that everybody talks it out. Everybody's encouraged to talk everything about the movie, and that way you as a jury member also understand your own prejudices. So being a jury is not just judging the films, being the jury is also judging yourself, because in the conversations you start realizing who you are and how over the year, if you've not been a member of the jury and you've not been discussing films, that you've become prejudiced. So it's a way of letting your own prejudices go when you see films like this from international, and trying to understand what other directors are doing, why they're doing it, depending on which culture they come from. You have to understand everything.
Again, it's a broad spectrum. Asia, Africa, 2 continents.
Absolutely, absolutely. 2 huge continents. So, you know, you see one Korean film in the morning, and then you see an African film in the afternoon. And the whole cultures are so different, the ideas are different, the people are different, yet it's filmmaking. Yet the directors are common. The fact that everybody there is passionate about filmmaking, that's what brings a commonality to it.
Now, when you talk about filmmaking, you also had a seminar 2 days back. You gave a talk about filmmaking, and I'm sure so many people attended. I've grown up watching your movies, and I would give anything to hear you talking about filmmaking.
Well, I did that for the Academy. I'm a member of a particular program in the Academy called Outreach Program, and we're, it was a conversation on directing, and I don't know what to say. I could sit here for like 5 days and keep talking about directing, because directing is being lifelike. And so the more aware you are, the more energy you have, the more lifelike you are, you're ready to be a director.
Yet so much has changed when you started in the 80s.
Yeah.
And how far you've grown, and now the movies you see young filmmakers. So much has changed.
Not that much has changed. What has changed is the politics of filmmaking. They've become more expensive. But between saying action and cut, it's much the same thing. Telling a story, it's much the same thing. There's more technology available to you, and because they become more expensive. I made Masoom for what, $20,000. You know, I couldn't make anything for $20,000 now. So because they're more expensive, they're more political. You have to negotiate more. And sometimes when I make a film in Hollywood, I often go to the studio and I say, please take out my name, directed by, please say negotiated by, because it's so political sometimes.
In this country, the film industry is nascent. It's still developing, but you're seeing so much talent. I mean, I've been coming to the film festival for the last few years, and the number of local films being made is increasing. What would your advice to new and local filmmakers from this region be?
Actually, my biggest advice is go make a film, because there's nothing stopping you. It's like playing gulli danda. It's like going to the beach and playing. You have a camera, you shoot it, you go to your computer, you edit it, you put it on YouTube, you distribute it. You're your own writer, director, cameraman, editor, producer, and distributor. You can do all of it.
See, that has changed about filmmaking.
Yeah, it's amazing. I wish I had that when I started. So I just said, go make a movie. I mean, now you come to me and say, how do I become a star movie maker? That's different. That's saying, oh, I want to play tennis, but actually I only want to play tennis if I become, Pete Sampras. That's a different idea. If you just want to be creative and tell stories, you can do it. Just get up one morning and say, I'm making a movie.